You're listening to Curious and Interesting, a 2-minute podcast on what's new and intriguing in the world of advertising research. I'm Dr. Barbara Phillips, editor of the Journal of Current Issues and Research in Advertising. Governments spend billions of dollars in advertising to attract foreign investors to their countries. The most common form of this advertising is print advertorials, defined as ads that attempt to blend naturally into a magazine's editorial content by mimicking its layout and style. Advertorials are often labeled special advertising sections. As firms expand overseas, managers need information about potential investment locations to make informed decisions. However, this information is often difficult for foreign investors to acquire due to language and cultural barriers, so they turn to government advertorials for credible investment information. Wilson and Back set out to determine if these types of advertorials differed by country by level of economic development. They collected 132 advertorials from 57 countries from major U.S. business magazines. They found that although low-income countries used advertorials less often, the appeals and themes in these advertorials were the same across country income groups. This was surprising because the countries were exceedingly different, Congo versus Croatia and Greece versus Guatemala, for example. Upon closer examination, the authors discovered that 50% of all the advertorials were created by the same 4 communication agencies. The authors decided to interview these communication agencies to understand how they were creating advertorial content for different countries. They interviewed managers from 4 agencies to find out more. All agreed that print advertorials are still relevant for their target audience of older business decision makers looking to expand into foreign markets. All of the agencies used a standard template to design the advertorial, trying to present the country in the most favorable light. The advertorials covered all areas of possible interest to economic development, and thus the advertorials tended to be dense and copy-heavy. The authors conclude that if a country wants a competitive advantage, it should focus its advertorial on the few areas where it might excel compared to its rivals, instead of discussing all investor-relevant aspects of the business environment. Investment promotion marketing works best when highly targeted and emphasizing key business sectors. To avoid homogeneity of content, managers should take more control of the creative aspects of the advertorial and perhaps broaden their search for a communications agency beyond the handful currently used. Practitioners also may find it helpful to include cultural or heritage traits that more uniquely highlight the country compared to its peers. When advertising a country, depth rather than breadth creates uniqueness. For more information, this research paper was published in the 2020 issue of the Journal of Current Issues and Research in Advertising.